Please be seated.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I see we're on the record. Would you like me to call the case?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, we are here in the matter of the State of Oregon versus Benjamin Smith. This is 22 CR 08677. Nathan Vasquez representing the District Attorney's Office in the State of Oregon. For the record, my bar number is 014437. Your Honor, this is the time, date, and place for a change of plea in this matter. It's my understanding there'll be a change of plea to counts 1 through 9 to guilty. And at this time, I'll let the other parties present introduce themselves.
Okay. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Muriel Mota for the state, MOTA, bar number 155189. Here with Mr. Vasquez, representing the state.
Okay, thank you.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. John Sarr with Mr. Smith, SARRE 034434 is my bar number. I have forwarded the court a plea petition that has 3 attachments to it, and we are ready to proceed.
Okay, all right, thank you. And so we have several people in the courtroom today, several people on our WebEx call. Thank you all for joining us here today. I know for many of you it's very difficult to be here, either in person or on the WebEx call today. There are just some life events that should not be part of the human experience, but they are sometimes, and sometimes the court can attempt to adjust or address what has happened in a human being's life, and there just is no adequate way to address it. And we are in one of those situations, and so we have people doing the best jobs that they can to address a situation that, as I said, shouldn't be part of the human experience, but it is, and so we have to do the best job that we can to address the situation. And I thank you all for trying to maintain sort of a professional environment as much as we can in a situation that involves all sorts of human emotion and people who are coming here today from all different vantage points and all different thoughts about what should or shouldn't happen. And so we want to acknowledge that and to ask that we try to maintain a peaceful environment, and so that we can address the best that we can the situation that we have here today, and bring some resolution to just a horrific situation. And so I want you all to know that the professionals involved in the case have tried to address the situations in the best way that they can to come up with a result which we will have here today. And the court has been involved in a series of settlement conferences here today with the parties working very hard to come up with a resolution, and so that's what we're going to do here today. And so that would involve Mr. Smith doing a change of plea to a number of different charges here. And then I believe the court's understanding is that the parties were then wanting to proceed directly to sentencing, or not?
No, Your Honor. We have checked, Mr. Vasquez and I have checked with your staff. It looks like you have April 18th in the afternoon available. That's the date we are requesting.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And so then the parties would anticipate at that time would be the opportunity for anyone involved in the case that we have here pending to have an opportunity to speak at that sentencing hearing. Is that what the parties envisioned?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Just so that people understand that people would have that opportunity as part of a sentencing hearing, which it sounds like the parties have agreed to for April 18th. Okay? And so today we are going to go through a change of plea hearing. And so, Mr. Smith, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Judge, I asked that Mr. Smith be allowed to remain seated.
Yeah. All the parties can remain seating, which in these very serious type of situations the court has learned over the years is much more preferable, because people experience all sorts of emotion, and we want to make sure that it's usually best if people are seated, and maintain the best atmosphere that we can here under the circumstances. So, Mr. Smith, I have a plea petition that indicates what you're wanting to do here today is to change your pleas on counts 1 through 9, and then, Mr. Sarr, these were going to be guilty pleas on each of the counts 1 through 9. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And so, Mr. Smith, is that what you wanted to do here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And the counts 1 through 9, so what is murder in the second degree charge? Count 2 is an attempted murder in the first degree charge. Count 3 is an attempted murder in the first degree charge. Count 4 is an attempted murder in the first degree charge. Count 5 is an attempted murder in the first degree charge. Count 6 is an assault in the first degree charge. Count 7 is assault in the first degree charge. Count 8 is an assault in the first degree charge. And count 9 is assault in the second degree charge. So you want to plead guilty to all those 9 counts. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you've gone over this plea petition with your lawyer, Mr. Sarr, and you're satisfied with the legal advice and representation you received. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand that if you plead guilty to any counts, you're going to give up your right to a trial on that count, okay? And you're going to give up your right to have a jury be the fact finder in your case. Do you understand that?
I understand.
And you're going to give up the right to have your lawyer ask questions about questions of any witnesses involved. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to give up the right to not incriminate yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And my recollection is that you're not on supervision on any other case right now, no probation or post-prison supervision or anything, but we always have to ask anyone who wants to do a guilty plea to make sure you understand the idea that if you had any other supervision case, that the guilty pleas today could have a negative effect for you on any other supervision case that you have. Do you understand that idea?
Yes.
Okay. And then, again, this is a question that may not apply to you, but we have to ask everyone who wants to do a guilty plea to make sure that you understand that if you are not a citizen of the United States, that the guilty pleas here today could eventually cause you to be deported or denied re-entry into the United States or denied U.S. citizenship if you apply for it in the future. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And then each of your pleas today are entirely voluntary. Is that correct?
Yes.
In other words, that you are the decision maker. You're the one making the decision about entering a guilty plea as to each of the 9 counts. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, how did you wish to plead on count 1 to a charge of murder in the second degree?
Guilty.
How did you wish to plead on count 2 to a charge of attempted murder in the first degree?
Guilty.
And how did you wish to plead on count 3 to a charge of attempted murder in the first degree?
Guilty.
How did you wish to plead on count 4 to a charge of attempted murder in the first degree?
Guilty.
How did you wish to plead on count 5 to a charge of attempted murder in the first degree?
Guilty.
And how did you wish to plead on count 6 to a charge of assault in the first degree?
Guilty.
And how did you wish to plead on count 7 to a charge of assault in the first degree?
Guilty.
And how did you wish to plead on count 8 to a charge of assault in the first degree?
Guilty.
And how did you wish to plead on count 9 to a charge of assault in the second degree?
Guilty.
Okay. And then for each of those counts, there would be a factual recitation to support each of those counts. Okay, so I'm going to read those to you, and for each one I have to ask you if that's true, okay, because we need to make sure that it's factual circumstances to support a guilty plea. And I know for some of the people here, when we have parts like this in a court proceeding, it's very difficult when you hear names of your loved ones or people that you were associated with. It becomes very difficult to hear these things and appreciate that. I'm sorry that you have to hear these things, but we have to go through this for Mr. Smith's guilty plea. So, Mr. Smith, on count 1, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully and intentionally caused the death of June Brandy Knightley, another human being, and during the commission of this felony, you used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Then on count 2, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally attempted to cause the death of, it says victim, it has a victim number.
Yes, Judge. In the indictment, other than Miss Knightley, the victims were not named. So when I prepared this, I was tracking the indictment.
Okay.
Those are all separate people, though. They're numbered 1 through 4.
Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor. That was done intentionally to help protect the identity of the living victims in this case.
Okay. All right. And so that people understand, there sometimes that's the way the state would choose to charge a serious charge here. And so part of the court's job then, Mr. Smith, is to make sure that when we're reading this, so here it says victim 1 without the name there, okay? Another human being having lawfully and intentionally attempted to cause the death of June Brandy Knightley, another human being in the course of the same criminal episode and during the commission of this felony used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Then for count 3, which is another count of attempted murder in the first degree, it says on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully and intentionally attempted to cause the death of victim number 2, which is a different human being than in count 2, and having unlawfully and intentionally attempted to cause the death of June Brandy Knightley, another human being, in the course of the same criminal episode, and during the commission of this felony, you used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And then for count 4, which is another count of attempted murder in the first degree, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally attempted to cause the death of victim number 3, which is a different human being than in counts 2 and 3, having unlawfully intentionally attempted to cause the death of June Brandy Knightley, another human being, in the course of the same criminal episode, and during the commission of this felony, you used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And then for count 5, which is another count of attempted murder in the first degree, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally attempted to cause the death of victim number 4, which is a different human being than in counts 2, 3, and 4, that you having unlawfully intentionally attempted to cause the death of June Brandy Knightley, another human being, in the course of the same criminal episode and during the commission of this felony, you used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And then for count 6, which is a charge of assault in the first degree, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully and intentionally caused serious physical injury to, and now I have to ask the state here, is so that we have victim numbers again for the assault, 4 assault counts, and they're numbered victims number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do those track with the same alleged victims in counts 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Okay, so then that's the way that we'll ask you those questions then. So then on count 6, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally caused a serious physical injury to victim number 1, which would have been the same person as in the attempt murder charge for count 2, that by means of a deadly and dangerous weapon and during the commission of the felony you used and threatened the use of a firearm, and victim number 1 did not substantially contribute to the commission of the above described offense by precipitating the attack. Is that true?
True.
Okay, then for count 7, which is also a charge of assault in the first degree, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally caused serious physical injury to victim number 2, which would be the same victim as in count 3 attempted murder charge, that by means of a deadly or dangerous weapon and another during the commission of this felony you used and threatened the use of a firearm, and victim number 2 did not substantially contribute to the commission of the above described offense by precipitating the attack. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And then for count 8, which is also an assault in the first degree charge, on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully intentionally caused serious physical injury to victim number 3, who would be the same person as in count 4 attempted murder charge, and by means of a deadly or dangerous weapon.
That another is a typo.
Okay, you have an extra word in there. Okay, so I can cross that out. and during the commission of this felony you used and threatened the use of a firearm, and victim number 3 did not substantially contribute to the commission of the above described offense by precipitating the attack. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And then the last charge is count 9, assault in the second degree charge. And for that count, it says that on or about February 19th, 2022, you unlawfully, intentionally, or knowingly caused physical injury to victim number 4, which would be the same person as in the count 5 attempted murder charge, and by means of a deadly or dangerous weapon, and during the commission of the felony, you used and threatened the use of a firearm. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Then, Mr. Smith, we will go ahead and accept your guilty pleas to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, because we find all 9 of those guilty pleas are made knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently, and all 9 of those guilty pleas are supported by sufficient facts, as we just went through. Okay? And so now the next step is that we will have the sentencing hearing on April 18th. And what time did we have that for?
1:30.
At 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay? And that would be the time that any of the people who were the alleged victims in the case or their family members who would fall into the victims group would have an opportunity to speak at that sentencing hearing. Okay? All right. Okay. Anything else that we need to put on the court record today?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay.
Nothing more at this time, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we'll have a copy of that order for the parties, and thank you all for being part of the proceedings today. And so we're going to go off of the court record here right now, which means that